Hi everyone, this is David Zarza and I am here with you again with another video. And today we're focusing on visioning and connecting with your future self. And I'm really excited about this topic because it's a topic that I always touch on when I'm working with a coaching client who wants to make purposeful change within their life, or a psychic client who wants to understand the mechanics of creating experiences here in this world, specifically the desired experiences in this world. Because even though this can work with undesired experiences, and if you've watched the video on the 2 necessary ingredients to craft an experience, you'll know what I mean. But today we're focusing on visioning and connecting with your future self. The first things that I always have to share are a little bit of terminology. So the first is about our system. And our system is our mind, our body, and our spirit. Everyone is equipped with these 3 components. Everyone. And the awesomeness that results from the chemistry between all 3 is the curious and unique persona that you are. You have a body. You move around in the world. You interact with the world with it. So you don't necessarily need more than aging through life to understand how your body works. Your mind, you use every day. You know, you read, you listen, you think, you judge, you perceive. And we don't need a lot of practice there too, because we get it on a daily basis. Your spirit, though, is the often forgotten third part. We don't know how to exercise it. We don't even know how to connect with it in a purposeful way most of the time. And today, you're going to have a chance to. Also, your imagination. Your imagination is not just a make-believe machine. It is actually a divine gift that we're given to navigate worlds, you know, to navigate futures, eventualities, possibilities. And I love talking about our imagination because it's one of our most powerful gifts, and it's the one that everyone can easily connect to in a relatable way. We're also going to be talking about psychic seeing. You know, we have all these psychic gifts, all of us do. The first is psychic knowing, psychic feeling, psychic seeing, which is my main gift, psychic dreaming, psychic healing, and psychic hearing. We're going to be focusing on psychic seeing because it's usually the one that most people desire to exercise and to enhance. And it's also the one that can provide you with some of the most clear information. You know how what they say that a picture communicates 1,000 words or more. The same with psychic visions. Images can convey a lot of information. Another thing that I have to mention is that is things to watch out for as we're doing this, because what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about it, give you some context around this concept of visioning and connecting to your future self, and then we're going to go through a meditation in a separate audio or a video. So things to watch out for. Your mind has been programmed to doubt what you see through your psychic seeing, okay? And here's how psychic seeing typically works. If you close your eyes and you imagine an apple, right? Or your bedroom where your bed is, or driving through your familiar city, the place where you perceive those images, even if they're not entirely clear, where you get like a sense for them, wherever those images appear or wherever those visuals appear, that is where your psychic seeing occurs, okay? It might be like up here towards the center of your field of view. It could be off to the side. It could be behind you. However it works for you, go with it, okay? You can always change where you see psychically, but when you're first starting, when you're first like exploring, don't force it. Don't push it. Just go with how you're naturally built. Other things to watch out for: intense emotions. As you're peeking into the future or a future version of yourself, it may be easily possible to trigger you into intense emotions, either excitement and joy, sadness sometimes, anger, or other intense emotions, okay? As you're navigating through those realities, through those other versions of you, try to remain in that state of being curious, in that state of curiosity. So just try to perceive, try to observe, try to notice as much as you can. The other thing that you should watch out for is overanalysis and self-criticism, okay? Sometimes your future will not look like what you desire it to look like, okay? Or what you would wish for it to look like. That's okay, because there's a number of reasons for this, and I'm going to talk about that when we go through the meditation itself. But try to avoid overanalyzing what it is you see, because our minds, as a human beings are naturally born to be detectives. We seek out the truth, okay? And so if we see a little glimpse of a bit of something, our mind will naturally start to work to figure out, like, why is that there, or why is that not there? Why are they standing there, Try to avoid that when you're perceiving. You just want to watch. You just want to see what the universe shows you. And you should also watch out for any hidden agendas, okay? And these are yours. That there might be a part of you that is coloring the future that you are actually that the universe is actually trying to show you. The reason you should watch out for this is because it can create a mental exhaustion. It can tax your concentration when you're trying to color the future that you're actually perceiving, while you're trying to receive the information as the universe is providing it, okay? You don't want to fight that. You just want to stay in that state of being curious and watch, observe. So just know that if you're trying to change the future as you're perceiving it, this can get tiresome, okay? Or overly taxing. And also watch out for fantasizing. And this is when it's similar to the agenda, right? When you're trying to color the future, because fantasizing is like over-romanticizing or over-dramatizing the future that you're being shown, more towards what you wish to be real than what it is real or what will be real. And I'll get more deeply into that during the meditation portion. And just so you know, for the meditation, it is always best to have it be facilitated, okay? Like, I can do that with you. You can do it on your own easily, which is why I'm providing the recording. But just know that in the moment, having somebody like me facilitate it with you can coach you through those intense emotions, right? Or through those challenging moments of maybe not seeing anything. Because that might happen too. So during the experience, be open to being surprised. Our lives can easily change in a moment. They really, really can. And we see it every day, from winning the lottery to a car accident to news about a close loved one experiencing XYZ, you name it. Also, like I mentioned, some people that you thought would be there might not be there, okay? And it doesn't mean that they're completely gone. It could. But what you should notice more is that when we're glimpsing during the meditation, we're just snapshotting a specific day or specific moment or specific period of time. We're not going to be living in the future, okay? We will when we get there, but when we're tuning into it, when we're envisioning and connecting with it, we're just glimpsing, okay? It's like we're taking a little segment. But what's awesome is that you can get into yourself when you're connecting to them, so that you can recall where so-and-so is or what happened with so-and-so, if you truly are that curious. Maintain a state of acquiescence, okay? If you've gone through my psychic gym courses, you know what acquiescence is. And acquiescence is a state of just allowing, of going with the flow. That regardless of what you're shown, you can remain uninterrupted and untriggered. And if you don't know what that means right now, that's okay. Just stay in that space of being curious, okay? That state of being in curiosity. Also, and this is people's number one biggest challenge. Know that your mind will question everything, okay? Know that it will say you're just making this up. You're just like make-believing. This isn't real. That's okay. Let it say that. It's supposed to say that. It's supposed to it's supposed to try to poke holes in something that may be too fantastical, you know, or may seem unreal, or that it hasn't encountered yet. That's what our mind is meant to do, because it tries to make sense with current reality. And when you're giving information on another reality, like a future reality, it will take some time for it to catch up. So don't worry, just don't listen to it, notice it, just perceive, just observe, okay? Stay curious. And if you feel like you won't remember that well, like me, then have a paper and pen handy so you can jot down notes. And if you prefer, have a phone or a voice recorder handy so that you can just like speak into it, stream of consciousness as it's happening. And above all things, like in everything that we do, have fun, okay? Have fun. Because this is exercising a part of you, a spiritual part of you, a part of your spirit, that normally does not get exercised, okay? Because it's our spirit that helps us exist in all times. It is that fragment of us that is a part of the universe that we're gifted with, and that by virtue of how we live our life, we end up coloring it. So that when we're done with this life, we turn over that fragment, that piece, and the universe is forever changed. It's a beautiful thing, right? So just have fun through this experience, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. And here's the thing too, okay? You can connect to various futures of yourself. So if you try this once, and then another time, and you notice, wait, this future is different. It could be that you have changed something within yourself to cause another future eventuality to become more real. Or you could be tuning in to a more resonant future than you were previously. Just be open. You know, you can do this exercise as often as you want. Not so much that you end up consuming your present moments for tuning into the future, because then that would be, you know, counterproductive. Instead, just glimpse, get bits of information, and you will get the most out of this experience if you go into it with a clear intention. Okay, like for example, I want to know what my romantic life is going to be in my future, you know, or in 3 years, or in 15 years. Have that be your intention. Keep one clear intention at a time, okay, per experience. More will be able to be fleshed out for you, but just stick with one intention because it'll just be an easier time for you. You could also have the intention of how am I making money in my future, you know, where I'm being purposeful. Or show me a moment in my future where I am living my life's purpose. You know, clarify an intention for yourself. For me, what I usually do is show me a practice that my future self experiences or does that brings him happiness. Okay, that's mine. That's what I choose. I'm often shown more than that, but having that clear intention helps navigate, helps your imagination tune in. And again, have fun. Lastly, don't try so hard. That's actually the secret. Allow the information to come to you. Don't try to manufacture it. And if you practice with the meditation before, you understand what that means. Trying to manufacture what you see, trying to manufacture and really push a vision clouds it, makes it challenging and not fun. So instead, just allow. If all that you do during the meditation as you hear it is feel peaceful and calm in this moment, then that's enough for now, okay? Don't put the pressure on yourself that you should be able to write a book about your future after your first experience. That's not realistic. All right, with that, I leave you and enjoy tuning in with your future self. Make sure that you're in a comfortable place where you can relax and fully unwind, and ideally not where you're sitting upright unless you have a very, very strong, stable neck, because your head might flop to the sides, or front or back, okay? First thing is just take in a deep breath, all right? And at any point as you're listening to me, feel free to close your eyes, because when you shut off one of your senses, it is easier to tune in with your other senses, specifically your psychic senses. And since we're going to be focusing on your psychic seeing, that's what we want. Take in a nice full deep breath and just really feel yourself here in the moment, okay? I'm going to be giving you options as we go through the meditation that will help you. The first option that I'm going to give you is to tune in or connect to someone that you see as being very spiritual or very divinely connected, or someone that you see as very powerful, you know, in themselves or in their life. And this can be a fictional person or a real person, okay? Someone that you have experienced or someone that you have never experienced. But tuning into them or connecting with them is just allowing them into your awareness, allowing them into your consciousness. And the awesome thing about that is we're leveraging the oneness that we all are a part of to be closer to them, you know, whoever they are. That's the first option. You don't have to do this, but if you want to turbocharge your experience, that may help. So for right now, feel yourself closing your eyes, being fully present, and take in another nice full deep breath. And just release it. And whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, take in another nice full deep breath. And this time, exhale it out with a sigh. And just notice any tension in your face or neck or shoulders or arms or back. Just unwind, just let go. Set a clear intention for yourself as to why you're trying to connect, why you're trying to vision your future self. And just clarify this intention for yourself right now. Have it be very clear. You can set a time frame to it. You don't have to. But just have a clear intention for what it is you're seeking around your future self. Is it that you want to perceive or connect with a you that is the most happy you have ever been? Is it that you want to connect with your purposeful and successful self? Is it that you want information for how to get to a specific destination in your life, in your future? Whatever it is, clarify it for yourself. And as that intention is getting clearer in your mind, really hold on to it. Almost as if you're plugging in an address into your navigation in your car. Because that's exactly what we're doing. We're telling our mind to direct us to a future point in time. And we're trusting that the universe will show us information, show us that version of us, show us that moment in that future. And for right now, you don't need to go very deeply into a trance state. It can be very light. You can even have your eyes open, whatever is easiest for you. Make this as easy as possible for yourself, just because it is likely something not usual and that you may have not tried before. Really feel yourself in this moment. Become aware of every part of you in this moment, where you're sitting or laying, wherever you're listening to this. Tune in to your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Be very aware of it. And notice any points of tension or stress in your body. Breathe them out. Unwind them. Relax them. Because they could be distractors on this journey. Now just relax every single part of you, starting with the top of your head. And wherever your awareness touches, just release and relax that part of you. Your face, your neck, all through your scalp, your shoulders, down your arms, past your elbows, into your forearms, wrists, and hands, fingertips too. Just know that you might get so relaxed that you might even be able to feel your pulse in your fingertips. It's not important, it's just a curiosity. And just bring your awareness back up to your shoulders. And again, wherever your awareness touches, you can become relaxed. And your muscles and tendons, tissues and cells can release even more. Into your chest and upper back. Down into your abdomen, lower back, your waist, your legs, your quads, your hamstrings, your knees, down into your calves, your ankles, feet, and toes. And again, just breathe in relaxation and exhale out any tension or stress. Notice how focused, centered, and calm you are. Reminding yourself of that clear intention of what it is you wish to see, of where it is you wish to go. And just allow the universe to take you to that time in your future. Take your time. Feel yourself there. Follow what I'm saying, but be more focused on what you are observing and perceiving. Take everything you can from what you are being shown, even though you may always return to this point, or to this version of you. And answer these questions for you as we go. Are you indoors or out? Are you alone or with other people? Notice the time of day here. Notice other things like the temperature here. Are you comfortable or ill at ease? Just watch and notice. And now at this point, you should be more firmly anchored here in this future moment. Things may be in color, or they may not. Things may be moving, as in a movie, or they may be still images. Go with whatever it is you're getting. But just know that you may progress it and you may change it the more that you practice with this. But here, you should be more firmly anchored in this future moment as you're listening to my voice. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to just observe, look around, move around this space. You may be perceiving yourself as a third-person observer, or you may be behind your eyes, perceiving as them. Whichever way you're perceiving, just know that you may shift your perspective in them or outside of them. But go with whatever feels easiest and most comfortable. And I'll check back with you in a couple of minutes. Take another minute, and if you'd like to extend your time here, feel free to pause this and return to it. All right. Take your time and finish any other observations you have here. We're not going to disconnect just yet. Instead, I'm going to have you go through some other experiences while here, while connected. This other version of you is connecting with you just as you are connecting with them. It's a doorway that goes both ways. They can perceive parts about you. They can remember you, just like you can perceive parts of them and their life, because you're you. They are you. Now feel free to ask questions of them, of their consciousness. They might not speak to you directly, but just know that the answer will come from them. If they speak to you directly, then that's impressive. They know that you're connecting with them at this very time. Ask them questions like, what is the one thing I need to start doing now that will get me closer to you? What's one thing that I need to stop doing to get closer to you faster? What's a lesson you've learned that you can share with me now that could help me speed things up? What's one thing or person I can trust that will help me most in getting to you? What are some things I need to let go of? What are some other things that I haven't seen yet that I can look forward to? Be open to receiving the answers. Don't force it. Just welcome them in. And then whenever you're ready, share some gratitude, some thanks to them for letting them glimpse your future, their present, and just know that they may have done the same to you, asked certain questions, because time is happening all at once. This future you is just as alive as you are now. It is just a perception of time that's keeping you from them. And there's a purposeful reason why you decided to connect with them today. Maybe you needed reassurance that what you desired is actually what you get to experience. Maybe you need to figure out how to relax and just enjoy your present moments, because you know you're going to have what it is you've been asking for all this time. Maybe you're realizing that you don't need to stress, that it all will happen, or that it gets better, or that you get what you desire, or that what you've been desiring right now isn't actually what it is you wanted. The universe is amazing. There's a reason why you're tuning in right now. So feel free to thank them, disconnect from them, bring yourself back into your present moment, moving your fingers and toes, taking in a nice full deep breath, and jotting down everything that you can recall of this experience. Remembering again that you may return to this experience, this exact moment, if you desire. Because once you've connected to a future version of you, that connection stays active. Because now you've increased your level of awareness through that illusion of perceived time disconnection. And just thank yourself for going through this experience and see what you can look forward to. All right, enjoy and have an awesome day.